heaven? Why they let you go? How's everything up in heaven? I'd like to know. Why did you trade heaven? All these other things. Where'd you hide your halo? Baby, where'd you drop your wings? Hey guys, today we're gonna do When Did You Leave Heaven by Big Bill Broonzy, way back in the day. So I hope you enjoy this one. This is a really cool tune. You can actually do this one with a capo, but we're gonna do it without one. We're just gonna do it open, because just in case it's you and your guitar and no capo. So here we go. So the song's in the key of E. It's a little different than most of Bill Broonzy stuff, where it's like an 8-bar or 12-bar blues, but it's still very bluesy, a little jazzy too. Really good song. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start. The song kind of repeats itself. It's really just like 2 parts, and then it repeats itself. So once you learn that, you're good to go. That's pretty much a finger picking song. You could strum it if you wanted to. You know, grab a pick and do a strum, but I'm gonna do a finger picking. Either way is fine. But let's just get the basics. So we've got an E chord to start. Just a regular E chord. And then what you hear is the E chord turns into a 7th. So it's when did you leave heaven? And it's important when you use this note here. So what you're gonna do is you take a regular E, you're gonna take your ring finger off, and then you're gonna use your pinky and come down to the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay? Then there's this little like walk up. It goes. So what that is using your thumb. You're gonna go 2nd fret of the low E, 4th fret of the low E into an A chord. Now I'd recommend doing this with a bar chord. I'll show you why in just a minute. But you could do to a regular A if you want to. But the bar chord A is where you bar everything on the 5th fret with your pointer finger. Then your ring finger goes on the 7th fret of the A. Your pinky goes on the 7th fret of the D. And your middle finger goes on the 6th fret of the G. Let me show you why I think it sounds better, because you got. There you go. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to do an A. And a real quick change to an A minor. This is the minor 4th of this chord progression. So you're going to do an A minor 7th, actually. So what you're going to do is you keep everything barred, and really all you have to do after you do your A, take your middle finger off, take your pinky off. Just leave that ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string. And this gives your pinky a little freedom to do this. I think this sounds good in the song. So on the A minor, what you want to do is you want to use your pinky, if you can see it. It's going to go, when you're strumming down on the A minor, you're going to, the 5th fret of the E, 7th fret of the E, quick slide up to the 8th fret of the E, hammer or slide back down to the 7th fret of the E. I'll keep messing this up, and then 5th fret of the E. So let's do that again. It would be the 5th fret of the E, 7th fret of the E, quick slide up to the 8th, back down to the 7th, back down to the 5th. Okay. So if we go, sorry I this. Why'd they let you go? And then you can go back to an E. Why? And then you're gonna hear this part. It's like a little walk down. So what you're gonna do is an E, then you're gonna slide all the way up here. It's really quick. This is probably the hardest part of the song. Really quick. You can actually leave this walk down out if you wanted to. I think it sounds better. Sometimes you'll, I think even in the video I put up earlier this week, a couple times I did, a couple times I didn't. So it's not the end of the world if you don't do it. But it goes E, which is the 7th fret of the A string, 6th fret of the A string, 4th fret of the A string. And then you're gonna go into the C sharp 9. So what that is, this is a harder chord, is you're gonna go middle finger on the 4th fret of the A, pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the D, ring finger on the 4th fret of the G, pinky finger on the 4th fret of the B. And then, that's what you're gonna do there. After you play that, you're gonna go 4th fret of the low E into a F sharp 7. Okay. And then at B7, and then you're gonna end this whole thing with, why did you trade heaven? E to E7 again, your walk. For all these other things. A minor again. Where'd you lose your halo? Baby, why'd you drop your wings? And then a cool little lick you could do, you kind of hear this in the song. It goes. So what that would be, the very end, is you're gonna take your pointer finger and your middle finger. You're gonna go pointer finger on the 7th fret of the high E, your middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string. You're gonna pluck those two and bend them a half step up. That's when you kind of just hear this bend. Just up a little bit. It's like a train whistle almost. And then you're gonna 9th fret of the G, 7th fret of the G, 9th fret of the D, slide down to the 7th fret of the D, 5th fret of the D, and then end by playing the 8th fret of the A, which is that, so it'd be it. Then you're ready to start over again. So let's go through that really, really slowly, and I'm just gonna call it the chord changes, okay? So we've got E, E7, do your walk up, A minor, with a little flavor there, E, walk down, C sharp 9, F sharp 7, B7, E, E7, walk up, A minor, E, walk down, C sharp 9, F sharp 7, B7, E, lick. And that's pretty much the whole song. So let me know in the comments below if you found that helpful, and I'll see you next time.